Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Justin Mahan. The swimming and diving teams both kick off their seasons this week. They've been training around the clock to prepare for competition both at the conference and national levels. We talked to a few members of the team and head coach Chris Woolridge to see how they're preparing for the upcoming season. The swimming and diving teams are jumping headfirst into this season. Heading into this weekend, they're working on improving not only their team goals, but their personal goals as well. Setting goals and working hard to reach them is a priority for head coach Chris Woolridge.
That's something that I really look for every season, is to try and have every swimmer improve individually and therefore hopefully improve as a team.
All of these swimmers know their personal best times, so beating those times this season is what they're all shooting for.
For me, just to kind of beat what I did last season. I'd had a really great last season, so just to go ahead of that is what I really want to do.
As for team goals, the women are focused on a Little East Conference championship. There is not an LEC title for men's swimming, so the men are setting their sights on the New England Intercollegiate Swimming and Diving Association meets. Senior Kyle Shattuck says those meets make training a challenge.
Ultimately, we just go dual meet to dual meet, trying to be our absolute best there. So by the time we get to NESDAs, we're swimming fast, and who knows, maybe a couple of guys will really be on top of their game and make it to the national level.
As the season gets started, Coach Woolridge says that he's excited about this young team's future.
It's going to take at least a semester for them to get their feet on the ground, but then I think they're really going to do well, and I can't wait to see what happens.
The swimming and diving teams both kick off their seasons on Saturday as they face Colby Sawyer, Franklin Pierce, and St. Michael's beginning at 1 p.m. The men's soccer team wasn't able to get their offense going against defending national champions Tufts University. Keene State looked to get the advantage in the 21st minute after being awarded a free kick, but Will Salta's kick went straight into the wall and then his follow-up shot was denied. Later on, Tufts tried to strike first with a corner kick, but Michael Sandcombe comes out to claim. Tufts up by 2 and trying to gain a third goal as Jared Glover sends in the cross, but Tom Bartley was there to make the clearance. After regaining possession, the Jumbos tried again and their shot was sent way over the crossbar. The Owls fell to the Jumbos 3-0. They'll travel to Rhode Island College on Saturday for an LEC matchup beginning at 1 p.m. And the volleyball team also came up short on Wednesday night when they took on UMass Boston. After dropping the first set, the Owls looked to pick up the momentum in the second set. Bailey Wilson set up Megan Palmer for a huge kill to tie the set at 6. The Beacons looked to get back on track but was denied with a kill from Rachel Lamica to increase the Owls' lead to 16-11. UMass tried to deny the set point, but Rachel Maslak's attempt was shut down by Neve Dodd as the Owls take the set 29-27. The Owls fell to UMass Boston 3-1. The Owls will close out their regular season home contests on Saturday as they compete in a tri-match against Rhode Island College and Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. And the field hockey team also suffered a loss this week, this time from the hands of Williams College. The Eves struck first, and with a few seconds remaining until the half, they were whistled for a penalty corner. Keene State evened up the playing field off that corner with a goal from Nina Bruno, but that was the only offensive success from the Owls. Rachel Losby made a few impressive saves in the second half, including this save to keep the score even. Williams College tacked on a few more goals after that. Looking to add more to their lead, Meredith Wright went for a shot and was denied as Losby went down to make the save. The Owls weren't able to add any more to their score and fell to Williams College 3-1. The annual calendar sales are back in full swing. The calendar sales are the athletic department's headline fundraiser, trying to raise money and friendly competition in the department. Fundraising efforts help to raise money to combat unbudgeted expenses within the athletic programs. Those expenses cover the cost of new equipment, strength and conditioning programs, and even uniforms. Those new upgrades help make for an enjoyable and competitive atmosphere for the athletes.
I hope that we continue to raise money to be able to make a difference for the lives of our student athletes as well as our coaches to enhance their experience.
Calendars are $5 each, and you can purchase one from any of the coaches, players, or athletic staff members. Drawings for prizes begin November 1st. Field hockey forward Jensen Danino is your LEC Offensive Player of the Week. Danino received the honor after tallying 15 points and registering 6 goals and 3 assists in the Owls' 2-1 week. And Jensen Danino is doubling up on the honors this week. Along with her LEC award, she is also one of the OWL Athletes of the Week. This is the second time this season she's received that honor, and she's joined by Michael Sancombe from men's soccer. Sancombe made 10 saves in his very first collegiate start against Eastern Connecticut. Congratulations to both of our OWL Athletes of the Week. The men's soccer team is on the hunt for their first tournament appearance in 3 years, but the team has to get through the final 2 LEC games just to qualify. Here to tell us about the team's preparations and their morale heading into these last few games is men's soccer captain Connor Leahy. Connor, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So Wednesday night, the team had lost to the defending national champions, Tufts University. How does that loss help to improve the team in hopes of qualifying for the postseason?
Well, I think playing the national champions before a big LEC conference game obviously is a huge benefit for us because we saw how they played. I thought we played them pretty tough, and I think that'll help carry over into Saturday. So that's a big game against Rhode Island College, and I think if we play like we did on Wednesday night, I think we should be fine on Saturday.
So Michael Sancombe had started in net the last 2 games. He's not the usual starter. How is that transition moving him into that starting position?
So, I mean, one of our goalies didn't pick up a red card, unfortunately, a tough play. And so Sancombe is our backup, and he stepped in and started his first game against East Con this past Saturday, and he actually played very, very well. He had 10 saves, and he got the Keene State Athlete of the Week, and then he ended up having to play again last night to fill out the suspension, and he stepped in and played unbelievable again. And I mean, he let in 3 goals, but none of them were his fault at all, and he's really stepped up as a leader on the team as well in those 2 games that he's played. So
now it's getting closer and closer to the LEC tournament. And for you guys, it's going to end up coming down right to the wire in order to at least qualify for the postseason. What is the team working on to qualify?
I think mainly just focusing on one game at a time, like especially focusing on Saturday. I mean, we win that, we're in a really good position. I think that'll put us back into the mix right now. Right now we're sitting in 5th place, and 2 of the teams ahead of us we've beaten, so we have tiebreakers over them. So if we can just focus on winning these next 2 games, I think we'll hopefully be able to sneak in and maybe even get in 2nd place if the other teams take care of business that we need to. So,
what are you personally working on to get ready for these last 2 LEC games?
I guess just keeping the team focused and trying to show like a sense of urgency in a way, just because for the seniors, I mean, if we don't win on Saturday, it could be our whole season right there. We can't, and we're still kind of we can still take control of our own destiny right now. So we're really focused on getting the guys focused and really getting everyone ready to play on Saturday, because if we don't, I mean, like we said, we're in the mix, and we have to rely on other teams and their wins and losses to help us get in, and if we can just take care of business, we'll be fine.
Now, you were on the team a few years ago that ended up losing in overtime in the finals match. What does it mean for you to get back to the tournament this year?
I mean, I think it's a huge thing for me, especially just because I still have that bitter taste in my mouth from the defeat 3 years ago. I mean, I still remember it vividly, the exact play and stuff, and just to see all the seniors, how devastated they were for their last game to end like that. I mean, I don't want that to happen to us, and I think that we have a very good mix of young guys and old guys like we did that year, and I really think that we have what it takes to get back there and hopefully win the whole conference. So.
Well, Connor, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
The men's soccer team continues their quest for the tournament as they head to Rhode Island College on Saturday for an LEC matchup beginning at 1 p.m. Up next, I have your weekend outlook. It's a very busy schedule for the Owls this week, starting with a huge day on Saturday. It starts at noon when Rhode Island College comes to Spalding Gym to meet the Owl volleyball team. Before the 1 o'clock game, it's senior day. The Owls will say thanks to senior star Rachel Lamica. Then at 4, the Owls take on Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. Women's soccer hosts Rhode Island College down at the athletic complex. Game time there is at 1. And it's also senior day for women's soccer. Before the game, they'll be saying farewell to 11 seniors. Both swimming and diving teams will host Colby Sawyer, Franklin Pierce, and St. Michael's on Saturday, starting at 1. And field hockey is on the road Saturday for a 1 o'clock start at UMass Dartmouth. And men's soccer is also on the road. They'll be at Rhode Island College, kicking off at 1. And Tuesday, volleyball hits the road for a showdown with rival Plymouth State at 6 p.m. Wednesday, women's soccer goes to Castleton for a 6 o'clock kick. And field hockey is home hosting Smith College at 6:30. And finally, men's soccer is also home Wednesday night, taking on St. Joseph's of Maine at 7. And just a friendly reminder, you can watch all Keene State contests through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeenOwls.com, click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcast. Again, that's KeenOwls.com, Game Day, and then Live Broadcasts. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Mahan, and I'll be back next week with another edition of Inside Owl Athletics.